Hi guys, my name is Car. I will be sharing how I overcame MS.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, my name is Car Delgado. I am from the island of Kikaker where I was born and raised. I have been living there for 24 years with my brothers and sisters. Something that I enjoy doing on the island is swimming, but swimming like at the barrier reef since it's very close to the island. Something that I enjoy doing when I was younger in my childhood um, was swimming because we had the sea right in front of our house, so we could literally go there all day and just be there and enjoy our time. And most of the times, our friends would always be there enjoying the sea as well.
Alright, Car, tell us a little bit about your journey with MS.
So, to start it off, I did not know I had MS. I just was starting to realize that I had some weird symptoms and they started to flare up as the days went by. I realized it when I went running one day and I could not run. I realized that I could not ride my bike. Simply walking or going up the stairs was affecting my daily routine, like simple routines that I do at home. And at first, I kept it a secret because I didn't want to say anything, because at first I thought it was just something small. I'm like, this is gonna go away, you know. I'm like, this is the first time I'm realizing that I can't control my feet. Like, it felt so heavy, but I'm like, maybe it's just something. Maybe I'm tired. Maybe I'm running too much. So I'm like, I'm just not gonna say nothing at the moment, until one day I got really hurt. And I know that I got hurt because I noticed that I had already fallen, and I got scared because I'm like, I can't even feel that. And the kids that were around me at the church looked at me like they were scared. Some of them asked like, are you okay? And that's when I realized, like something is really wrong with me, because I can't even feel pain. Like, I am not feeling anything. So that very evening, after we have left the kids at church, I went home, and that's when I decided that I needed to speak up and say something to my parents, because I noticed that I wasn't okay. I told my dad about it. Then I had to call my mom and tell her what's happening. That's when we decided that we need to go in and see the doctors. And we went to 3 different doctors because each doctor was saying something different. They weren't attending to me right. And that's when we stayed with the last doctor, and that's when they diagnosed me with MS. That's when they started to explain that MS is multiple sclerosis, that it is a autoimmune disease whereby the immune system attacks the nerve fibers in the brain and on the spinal cord, causing many symptoms to occur. And those were the symptoms that I was feeling, whereby I couldn't walk, I had numbness, I had tingling, and the, I can say that the tingling was the one that was affecting me the most. Then that's when it advanced into the numbness, and then I started losing movement on my legs. So after the doctors had explained what MS was, I could say that it still like hadn't clicked that I had something very severe or something serious until I saw how it affected my mom and my brothers and my sister. Then I started to realize, this is something very serious. I still didn't cry as yet because I'm like, I was trying to believe like maybe they're making a mistake. I don't think I have this. I don't think I will go blind. I don't think I will stay paralyzed. Like I I can't say maybe at that moment it was fate, but I was just being negative. I was like, no, they're wrong. This is not going to take place in my life. Like I will not accept this. Never in my 23 years of life I've been in a hospital because I've been sick or I need to get rushed out because I'm hurt or anything. So I'm like, I don't believe. I like deep inside I'm believing like I don't have this. This is wrong. Something is wrong, and it's just not showing up right. They're gonna come back and say that I don't have this. Um, After the doctors had said that that I needed to leave because the bill was gonna get higher, and they don't have the treatments here in Belize that I need to get the treatment outside of the country. That's when I went home, and that's when I could say um, everything came on me and on my family as well. But I guess a lot on me because I decided to block everyone out of my life. Um, I trapped myself in my room and I didn't want anyone to come see me. The the brothers and sisters from church, they came over. They always gave encouragement, but I would listen to them, but later on, like I would block it out because I didn't want to hear that. I was just hurting and I was negative. I didn't want to speak to anyone. I was like so mad. Sometimes I would see like stories on Facebook or on Instagram, like everyone was enjoying their life and I was there trapped in my room. I couldn't do anything. I was literally depending on my parents to simply walk around the house. So that was a horrible experience. I started to feel like if I was a burden at home. And I can clearly remember I told one of my friends that I felt like this, and they're like, no, you're not a burden. Like, they're your parents, they're forever gonna love you and take care of you. But in that moment, nothing like positively that is being said towards your life. Well, for me, I felt that I didn't want to hear nothing. I was just hurting and I wanted to be alone. Now that we were in the US, the doctors confirmed that I did have MS and they wanted to run more tests and all sorts of tests they just wanted to run. They kept mentioning those different types of tests that I needed to take to confirm this or confirm that. And the tests were all the tests that they wanted me to take were very expensive, and we really didn't have the finance to afford that. So we were talking with some pastors and they advised us and they said that we needed to pray about it and decide what we think like is best, if we want to go down this way or that way. And my dad came and we were talking, and that's when we decided like we're just gonna have faith and put all our faith into God, since the doctors had already mentioned that MS has no cure. So when we came back from Belize, slowly I started to realize that all these symptoms that had been flaring up were slowly starting to disappear. The main one was the numbness in my feet. I didn't even, that's something that I can say I cannot even realize when the numbness left my body, and I didn't have to depend on anyone home anymore. I could walk. I could walk to the bathroom, to my room, and that was something so marvelous, because just thinking about it, like I needed assistance, and now I could simply do that alone. Um, the tingling slowly started to disappear. that was something that I could say took its time to go away. But as the doctors had mentioned, like you would need assistance, the symptoms will be there. And me realizing that the symptoms are leaving, I started to realize, what this act that we did, whereby we put our trust in God, and where I decided to quit all the medication, I knew that God had already done the miracle upon my life. Now today I am here and I am doing everything where 5 months back I couldn't have done. I am now walking on my own without the assistance of anyone. I can run, I can ride my bike, and I can also go swimming. I would just like to encourage anyone out there who might watch this video. Maybe you're right now you're in a moment where you're feeling alone, or you might be in a dark place, where that is okay, because I was there. However, I encourage you that you shouldn't stay there. You need to get out. You need to find God, because he's the only one that can do the impossible. Because this, for humans, they have said MS has no cure. There is nothing that can be done for it to ever be reversed back and you can have your normal life. Now I can literally say that is a lie, because I am a living proof. I am a walking miracle, whereby they had already said you will not be able to do anything that you are doing. I would like to share this thought that I have written down, and also a Bible verse. It's Romans 8:11. But if the spirit of him that raised up Jesus from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Christ from the dead shall also quicken your mortal bodies by his spirit that dwelled in you. This says that the spirit that raised Christ from death is the same spirit that dwells within us. God bless you guys.